Okay, so guys, I am in one of the local craft stores. I just ran in here to get some glitter, and I just wanted you to see some of these prices on some of these centerpieces for Christmas. It's insane. Completely insane. I'm gonna show you some more. Okay, here's another example of an insanely priced centerpiece. So I cannot believe it. $49.99. All right, you know we can do better with this. We can do way better than this. All right, guys, welcome to MissPlanIt. As you could hear a little bit earlier, I was doing some covert operations and I was really just minding my own business looking for some glitter, and I could not help but see how expensive Christmas themed centerpieces were. It's just ridiculous. So I thought, well, what can we do about it? And I came with a plan. So this week we're going to be tackling our fall Christmas centerpiece. Now this can be used for your Christmas table decoration. It can even be used for a wedding reception. Just something I came up with, just thinking about how I love the season and I love how the snowflakes fall and kind of settle down. So let's take a look at our supplies for this week. Here we go. Remember, you don't have to put all these supplies down because they are in our description below. So we have some glitter. You know, I love that glitter. And we have some wonderful rhinestone pieces from our wonderful friends at totallydazzled.com. And then we have some poinsettias, silver. We have some garland and candles. And then we got this little magic string to make our lovely snowflake mobile. And we will be using our Dollar Tree vase that we've used in past projects, but we're gonna take a little twist on it. So guys, go ahead and get your supplies and join me back here in a snap, and let's get started with our snowflake centerpiece. See you in a snap. So the first step is to put our vase together. These are both purchased from the Dollar Tree, but you can find them in other places. Oh, and while I'm talking about that, my wonderful community members who are in other countries, we have added another special link in our description for websites where you can get product internationally. Because I know a lot of you have said that, you know, you're not in the United States, which is kind of mind-blowing to me, to be honest with you, that we have people, so many people who are not even in the United States that are being helped. It just makes me very, very happy. So go ahead and look in the link below, in the description below rather, and you will have a link for those of you who live in the United States and a link for those of you who live out of the United States. So I want to give a big thank you to my team for doing that. I so appreciate them. All right, let's get back to our project. So for those of you who are joining us for the first time, we have done this $1 vase, $2 vase many times, but we're going to do a little twist on it this time. So you still do the same thing you were doing before. You go ahead and turn it over, put the base up, use your wonderful E6000, put about 4 dabs of E6000, and then you're going to go ahead and attach the other votive base to base. It takes about an hour or so to dry. I normally put encyclopedias or something on top of it to keep it steady because it will slide around a little bit. So now the difference is typically we use the vase. Here's one that's done like so, you know, like a normal vase. But for this project, we're actually going to flip it and use it this way. It's going to be cool. You'll see. So come on back and let's do the next step. All right, so now it's time for us to create our snowfall effect. And we're gonna do that by creating a snowflake mobile. Boy, that's a mouthful. So these beautiful gems are courtesy of our friends at totallydazzled.com. Check out their website. The prices and the link is below in the description, so don't worry about that. But let's just talk about how inexpensive and how beautiful they are. So the larger snowflakes are $1.75 a piece, and we're using actually 3 of them. And then the medium-sized snowflakes are $1.20, and we're going to use, there's 2 shown here, but I think we use actually 4. And then our small snowflakes are $1.25, and we use, I believe, a total of 6, if I'm not mistaken, but that'll all be in the description below. So I'm going to show you how to make like a 3D snowflake. It's really, really cool. So what you're going to need is this little magic stretchy string, and it's actually like a plastic string, and this can be purchased at any local craft store in the jewelry section. So what we're going to do is we're going to take probably about 6 inches of it, and all of them can start with 6 inches, and then you can cut it down when you're wanting to determine what length and what level you want them to hang at. So you cut about 6 inches off, and then you're going to take, we'll start with the larger one. I'm going to go ahead and loop it through, make sure we can see that, loop it through one end and through the other, turn it over on the back. Let's see if it'll cooperate. There we go. Maybe. There we go. Okay. So now it's cooperating. So then I have it looped through and I'm going to actually tie it in a knot. Very simple, right? So we tie it in a knot, and I'm a little bit anal, so I like to double knot it. So I'm going to tie it in a double knot. That should be sufficient. It's nice and stretchy. And then the next step is, we can cut the ends off later. I'm going to go ahead and put a dab of my hot glue gun glue right in the middle. And this is where the fun begins. I'm going to go ahead and attach another one, matching it up right to the other side. And what that does is it creates a wonderful 3D effect. Isn't that so cool? I love it. So instead of just having one view, you have a 3D view. Just love it. So I'm going to go ahead and create 3 stars. You can create as many as you want. I'm going to create 3, and just stay put, watch this out, and let's see what we end up with. I'll see you back in a snap. So now that we have our 3 beautiful snowflakes done, 1, 2, 3, and again, you can have as many or as few snowflakes on your mobile as you would like. So now I'm going to kind of play around with them and see, I want them at different levels. Okay, just like a mobile, at different levels. So what we're going to use for our base is another one of the larger snowflakes. So I'm going to make sure that it's face down because I want people to be able to see the beautiful rhinestones in it, face down, and I'm going to attach at different levels a star at different levels. I want my largest one to be at the bottom, so that's going to be the longest. So I'm going to go to one of the ends. The string is a little slippery, and I'm going to just tie it in a knot. Really that simple. All right, so now we have our mobile done. It looks rather beautiful, if I must say so myself. Love the 3D effect. A little bit of hint on the attachment. I ended up doing a slip knot because apparently it's not really a good idea to work with this slippery thread when you have lotion on your hands. So I used a slip knot. So now we're going to apply it to the inside of our vase. Now, this is going to be a little tricky, but you can do it. Trust me, you can do it. So we're actually going to be attaching it inside onto the bottom. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put hot glue, a nice dollop of it in the middle. Then I'm going to actually grab this and I'm going to place it inside here and glue it down. All right, not difficult at all. You can do it. So here we go. So here we go. Nice dollop. Try not to burn yourself. I tend to do it often, but you need a nice size dollop. Okay. And then we're going to simply put our hand in there and attach it. Try to center it and try not to touch the hot glue to the plastic thread. So that turned out pretty awesome. All right, so the key is now if you're going to use it for, let's say, longer than just a night, or you want to keep it around, then I would absolutely use the E6000. Now the thing is with the E6000, you have to kind of hold it or figure out a way to hold it in place so it doesn't slide all over. But typically if you use enough hot glue, there won't be a problem with it staying attached to the bottom or the top, whatever we look at it, of the vase. So now we're going to go ahead and attach our garland. and add our accent and move on to the next step. See you in a snap. So I just purchased a 15 feet roll of garland from my local dollar store. That's where it came from. And we're going to transform it into something beautiful. So I'm just going to unroll a little bit of it. Now for this, it's really your preference. You may just want one row of garland, or you may want to make it fuller by making it 2 rows. So let's do it with 1, see if we like it. Then we'll try 2, see if we like it. Now the key is you want to make sure that you can twist it tight. So that's going to take probably about 12 inches for this size vase. Yes? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get my trusty wire cutters and go ahead and cut about 12 inches. That should do it. And then I am going to go ahead, get some of this off there, and attach it to the bottom and twist it. Really, really simple. Yes? Yes. Now, if that's not full enough, by all means, attach another row to make it fuller, whatever you prefer. So I'm going to do 1 row. You can do 2 if you'd like. Go ahead and make that happen. I'll see you back here in a snap. So our next step is to attach our lovely little silver poinsettias. Again, these were purchased at the dollar store. Now what happened was I just wanted silver poinsettias that were all put together. That didn't happen for me, so I had to buy a bundle of leaves and a bundle of the actual flower, and I'm going to show you how to just make your own poinsettia. So I went ahead and I simply just pulled one of the flowers off of the stem, real simple, and I turned it over on the back. Went ahead and took some of my leaves, and really one of each one of these bundles will probably do 3 of these centerpieces easily. You can add as many or as few poinsettias as you would like. I'm just going to cut 2 leaves off of them just with my scissors. And so then I'm going to take my poinsettia. I'm going to put a dab of glue on one side. This is on the back side of the poinsettia, the flower, and I'm going to attach a leaf to it, making my own poinsettias. I don't need them. I can make my own. Okay, and then attach the other side. Hold it for a minute, let it dry, and there you go. And you can just attach it to your base. Now, you can attach as many or as few poinsettias as you would like. Remember, I just give you the plan, you run with it, make it your own. And it's okay if you attach it like semi to the glass as well as to the garland. Beautiful, all right? And then for the piece de resistance, you can add a beautiful, totally dazzled snowflake to your poinsettia, as if the snowflake is just falling to the ground. At least that's what I was thinking when I was inspired by it. Okay, and you're just gonna pull it back and put it in the center, like so. There we go. Okay, and let it dry. So you can add 1 or many, depending on what look you're going for. It's completely up to you. So now, go ahead and add your poinsettia and come on back in a snap, and we'll go to the top portion of our vase, which is going to be our lovely glittered candle. See you in a snap. So now it's time to add the remaining snowflakes, and it's really your preference where you want to place them at. So I like to start like the snow is falling at the top and go all the way down. So that's what I'm going to do. Your preference though. So I'm just going to put a dab on the back and place it where I would like it. That looks good. So basically you're determining that this is the front of your centerpiece. And here is my next one. And there's really no preference. You can go small to big, big to small, whatever one you like. And I'm just kind of placing them arbitrarily, and don't worry about the glue, the glue stick webs, as they call them. And then, you know, I always like to try to do that. So it looks like the snow is falling all the way through the centerpiece. Super cool, huh? I'm loving it. And here we go. All right. So the last piece is for us to add our lovely silver glitter candle, and we'll be ready to set the table after that. So come on back and let's get our candle ready. Okay, so our final touch is going to be our candle. This is just a $1 candle that I got at the Dollar Tree. Real simple. So I'm going to tape off the top of it because I don't want the, now it's really your preference, but I don't want the glitter all the way to the top of the candle. So I'm just going to tape it off. Just about maybe 1/4 inch tape all the way around. So there will be glitter on most of the candle, but not on all of it. Okay, so there we go. And what I'm going to do, you have two options. You could actually paint on some Mod Podge or some just regular glue. I'm instead going to use the spray. I'm going to use the spray adhesive. There we go, spray adhesive, and typically you should do this outside, but it's raining outside where I am, so I'm not going outside. And so we're just going to go ahead and spray lightly all the way around because it does not dry. And don't worry if it bubbles up because the glitter will settle it. Not a big deal. Okay, so now we're going to take our silver glitter. And if I can get the lid open, how about we do that? There we go. And all you're doing is sprinkling it. And remember what I said, don't worry about the bubbling because the glitter will settle it. And you have a fancy glitter candle that fast. All the way around. And then you can actually take it and just do a little roll too. Roll it in the glitter, like so. Now you can let it dry a little bit, or you can just go ahead and take the tape off. So go ahead and do your candle. I'm gonna finish mine up, and I'll see you back here in a snap. Well, our candle is done. We have added it to our final touch of our centerpiece, and I am absolutely loving how it turned out. So this centerpiece, in comparison to those outrageously priced ones that I kind of found when I was in the craft store, are much more realistic and much more inexpensive. This centerpiece was under $25. And what I'm doing for my table is I wanted to make it a long centerpiece, so I'm adding 2 more to each side, and you'll see that when I set the table. But I just wanted to give you another option that is both beautiful and less expensive, and I hope you like it. So next, let's go ahead and set the table, and I'll see you in a snap. Well, what do you think? I love it. I absolutely love it. I hope you do too. I want to thank you guys so much for subscribing. I want to thank you for following us on Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and your wonderful comments, which are just so encouraging and just really make my day and make me smile all the time. I want to thank all of our subscribers and our community members, both in the United States and across the seas. So until next week, guys, when every penny counts, count on MissPlanIt. God bless. See you soon.